Hi, my name is John Hernandez and today I want to talk to you about the Fresnel LED lights from Falcon Eyes. For filming, Fresnel's always been a basic tool. They are really versatile and give you so many possibilities. The problem is that the classic ones, they are so heavy, they get so warm and they are so complicated to use. Falcon Eyes has created a new line of Fresnels using LED technology, and now you get the best of both worlds, the modernity of the LEDs plus the classic versatility of the Fresnels. Today I'm going to show you how I use the Fresnels to create two different scenes indoor in a studio. We will create a night scene and a daylight scene. Let's see how it looks. Right, so we're ready to shoot now. I have Melanie here, she's going to be our model for today, and as you see we set up like a fake room. It has a fake window and this is how it looks at the end.
You should change your name.
As you can see, this has a very cinematographic look with the smoke on the outside and everything. Okay, so for this we only use two Fresnels. We used one on the outside of the window. There is one Fresnel that is at 5600 Kelvin. So basically it's giving us a very white light that looks like the moonlight. And we have it in a spotlight, so basically the light is very directional as well with the barn doors to create this shallow amount of light going through and profiling Melanie so well. It also helps us to have so much volume with the smoke. The background is going to be pretty dark because the light is really focused on the front so it doesn't contaminate the back. On the other side we have a fill-up light because otherwise Melanie will be very shadowed. So basically we use a very low power Fresnel in a warmer temperature. This one is right now at 3600 Kelvin and at 7% power. So basically it's going to give her a little bit of fill with a warmer tone. We don't want it to look like the lights in the house were on. We just want to keep it like some detail on her face, but still make it feel like the lights are off. So this is going to do just that. Take a look at this. If we change the color of the fill light, even if it's so little power, only 7%, it changes totally the mood of the film. Now take a look. In these two videos we just changed the outside light. We made it pass from spotlight with the barn doors closed to a fill light with the barn doors open. And take a look how much it changes how the light goes through the window. As you can see, this was a very cinematographic look. With the Falcon Eye Fresnels you have the versatility to create completely different scenes. Now we're going to take off all the lighting and set it up again to create a daylight scene. Right, so now we have a daylight setup. What we did is just adding to our set a bed and just replicating a morning light. The final look is going to be like this. Take a look. As you can see, this is a completely different look, and the only thing that we did is changing the lighting and adding some props to the set. That looks pretty cool, right? So let me explain you what did we change from the night setup to the daylight setup. So basically we have a main key light that is going to define the lighting on our room, making it look very natural. So what we use for this is one of the Fresnels from Falcon Eyes. This is a bicolor one. So basically we have it at 4500 Kelvin while our camera is filming at 5600 Kelvin. That gives a bit of warmth of the light that comes through the window, separating it from the light in the room and making it look a bit more natural. Obviously we could change this from 3000 Kelvin to 8000 Kelvin. Later on I will show you different videos with different light temperatures so you can see what moods you could achieve changing the light temperature only. At the end, for the one that we did, we used 4500 Kelvin and that was the one looking better. On top of that, these Fresnels allow for changing the zoom of the light, the spread of the light. So I can go from a field light to a spotlight. That will change, as you can see down there, how much the light concentrates. And it will give me more of a hot spot. But in this case, the window is pretty big, and to cover it nicely and evenly, we're going to use the field light as well. On top of that, one of the benefits of these Fresnels is that you have a fan, but you can turn it off. So whenever you're filming audio and you're very close to it, you can just turn off the fan, and that way you don't have any contamination on the audio. This is the full speed fan, so it's not that bad even when it's on. But if you really need quietness, you can just turn it off. Of course, this light is very backlight, so we need to fill up our model a little bit to avoid this completely shadow on her face. So for that, we're using another Fresnel. In this case, we're using a daylight Fresnel. This is 5600 Kelvin the whole time. You cannot change the temperature. Basically what we're doing with this one, if we bounce it directly to the model, it would be a little bit too harsh. So what we're doing is bouncing it over a wall, and from the wall we launch the light towards the model. That makes it more natural, and it makes it feel better together with the natural light. So all together looks very good and very natural. Here you can see a few of the seconds of the final video with different light temperatures. What we change here is only the light from the Fresnel outside of the window, not the one inside. As you can see, each one changes totally the mood of the video. In this other comparison, you can see the difference between spot and field on the angle of the Fresnel. On the spot, you can see much more of a hot spot in the window, but it's not covering so well the window itself. On the field one, the coverage of the window is much more even and looks more natural. As you have seen, we just created two completely different scenes just by changing the lighting. And that's thanks to the versatility of the Falcon Fresnels. If you're looking for lights for your cinematography or videography, don't doubt it. The Fresnels are powerful and they allow for versatility to convert scenes to what you want them to look. Thanks for watching.
You should change your name to